Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Enigmatica 2 Expert Mode Season 2. I have done a little bit of work yesterday on 2 live streams. I did one extra because I didn't do a video yesterday because I was feeling a bit bad, and I'm slightly better today, so hopefully we can get a full-blown video without my head exploding, and that should be pretty cool. So you should go and follow me on twitch.tv/Fikibreaker to catch my daily live streams. Yeah, just go do that, and let's go check out what we did. So firstly, we have this super snazzy armor, which is the Supremium armor. So it means that we no longer need our angel ring to fly, and we just have our angel ring in here for any event that we might lose our armor. We have that angel ring and we can fly back home or back to where we lost our armor, if that ever happens. But the armor is just crafted with a bunch of Supremium armor cores, which require some nether stars, some wither skulls, and it required a bunch of essences. So we killed some withers. We fought 64 or almost 64 withers because a skeleton interrupted me. But you can find all of those on the live stream. I will be posting them up today from yesterday, so you can enjoy them a tiny bit later after this video comes out. But over here, we did a little bit of texturizing. I have to still put in some leaves over here, but we have at least a completed thing. I decided against going up this way because we hit basically the top part of this, and it would be just hard to get a path that would look cool. So we might just go up this way or maybe down this way. So we'll see how that goes. And over here, we didn't really do anything else with automation because we don't have the resources for the nether quartz and the fluix and all that good stuff. So nothing really with the applied energistic system, but we did mess around at the mining area. So if we go down to mining, I need to turn my night vision on. Hold on. There we go, got the night vision going. So we have this kind of like wither cage thing that I was trying to do, and we can't fly because I have this helmet on. We were trying it with this wither cage, spawning it up there, dropping them down, and it didn't really work, and it blew up some stuff. So we're gonna revisit that today and get it going a bit better. But one thing that is really easy to automate is Grains of Infinity. All you need is these igniters from random things, which you can set to ignite, keep ignited, or toggle fire. And one thing that I'm noticing, I need to press F4 so you can get sounds of in-game. So we just keep them on keep ignited, and they basically just blow up every time the fire is gonna burn out. There's a 50% chance that it would drop a Grain of Infinity. We just have this advanced item collector collecting them, and we have 3,693 of them. And one thing that we can do is just replace this eventually with an ender chest, and we can toss those in the drawers up above, and then just have an ender chest that extracts them out into the drawers, and that is simple and easy automation. Okay, so the Wither Killer. I don't need to put this down at bedrock, but I think it's best if we do. And we're also gonna put it right beneath our base, I think, because we're currently a little bit out. The base is right over here where we have this claimed area. So I'm gonna grab all of this stuff. We're gonna do a bit of testing, probably in creative, to see how we can get this working, because if we had the mob grinder, which is this guy, for which we require a draconic core, which requires draconium blocks. It requires plutonium, which we... Hold on. Did we get... We have one piece of plutonium. I think I can make... We need to find draconium. So for that, we would need to get to the deep dark. That, I think, might be doable. So hold on. Let me go back to base, and we can see if we can make a deep dark portal. So for the deep dark portal, we pretty much have everything that we need. We have the litherite, we have the draconium, and the iridium. We need sextuple compressed cobblestone, which we have, but it's not crafted yet. So we have 2.something million, 2.3 million for over here. And what we can do is we can grab this, and that's gonna extract double compressed, which is perfectly fine. And we're gonna toss that. I mean, we can just toss it in this drawer. So let's grab one of you and toss you in there. So that's gonna make quadruple compressed, right? So that it's tossing it in there, and what we can do is grab a stack upgrade and a speed upgrade, and that should just extract into here. And I'm gonna also grab my keys so we can quantify and do that. And that way we're gonna see quadruple compressed combo. And what we're gonna take out is this drawer too. And then we're gonna place this guy over here. And this guy's gonna extract the quadruple compressed. And we're gonna toss that in the drawer up top here. So I'm gonna grab one of these, toss them in there, and that is making sextuple, right? So here we're gonna grab you some speed upgrades just so you extract it really fast, or fast-ish, and we're getting 1 sextuple. So as soon as all of this gets turned into those, we should get enough sextuple compressed. We're at 3, and there we go, 4. Sweet. Okay. And here we have the recipe ready. So deep dark portal. Sweet. Okay. Let's put this right here. Really doesn't matter where it goes. I think, oh, I have to stand on it. Right. Let's see how we fare. So we made it here, and we just need to go downwards. So what I'm going to do is just down here, we're going to go towards the center, and that way we can just go down very quickly, and we should get a spot where we can see. And I believe in the deep dark, if you spend too much time in the darkness, you start taking damage. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna grab our torch launcher, and we're just gonna put the torch down. And then I think the best thing to do is just kill the mobs that are in the near vicinity here, and just dig straight down. So we're just gonna go straight down to bedrock, and then we're gonna do some mining over there. And when I find some draconium ore, I'm gonna mark it with the scanner, and then we can actually go find some more. So that should be pretty good. Here is a piece of draconium, and we can sneak right click it with the scanner module for blocks, and then we can attach it to our scanner like so, and then we can just scan and find all the draconium in the world around us. So I'm gonna mine some, and then we can process it and meet back at base. I managed to procure half a stack of draconium ore, and if we process that in the enrichment chamber, we get 2 draconium out of it. And if we vein mine it with the archaeologist hat, or just fortunate even, we get quite a bit more. So we're just gonna do this. We're gonna grab our wand, which we have a better wand now. We have this unbreakable super wand of awesomeness, and we can just do that. And we get 2.5 stacks-ish, this mob grinder. So we needed a charged draconium block, which is combination crafting, which is a crafting core, which is pedestals, which is lots of black iron, which is thermal expansion. So that's not gonna happen. Well, so that was for nothing. Whoops. But at least we can make a draconic core if we need it. We can make a generator or an energy diffuser. Well, we can make a disenchanter. That could be a neat thing. But anyway, so that was all for nothing. But we have draconium now. So yay. So I was just looking through the quest, and I noticed that we can get to harvest level 10, which is the Enderium sharpening kit. So I tossed some in here to melt, which is going to take a moment. And in the meantime, we're going to get some more sharpness on our Solium laser gun, because we're currently at, I believe we are at Sharper. So this is going to be Sharpest, and then Sharpest. Okay, so Enderium, we can then take our sharpening kit cast and pour out our 3 sharpening kits. And here we go, the fortune pickaxe, boom, the hammer, boom, and then this pickaxe, boom. Sweet. And we can also collect the quest here. We have a choice reward of 4 ender pearls and platinum ore. By the time you get to Enderium, you have so many pearls that I don't really see the point of that reward. And I spent a little time in creative designing this little thing. I think it's very compact, and it works wonders for weather killing, and it's all redstone controlled through applied energistics. So in the system here we only have 33 nether stars, but if I remove, let's say, just a couple here, we should see a wither get spawned, and then it gets killed by this mob crusher as soon as it explodes. And 3, 2, oh, there we go. So it gets killed, nether stars get collected, stored in the drawers, everything else gets collected too. And basically, the way we control this and the way we trigger everything is we have an ME level emitter set to 32 nether stars. So that's gonna spawn withers, or it's gonna keep this piston extended so long as we have less than 32 nether stars in the drawer. And then over here, we have an entity detector set to custom mode The radius is just set to 5, just enough to reach over there. And we're set it on inverted output, and it's set on weak redstone output, which really doesn't matter. But we have an entity filter here for the wither, so it detects when there is no wither there, and it emits a signal through this block, so it powers these 4, which place the soul sand, and then 4 ticks later, it powers these 3, which place the skulls. So it's just stopped working because we have 32 nether stars in the system, and that should make us the 33rd. So that should drop down. And if we grab a couple more here, you will see this working, just so I can show you. Once that wither explodes, you should see this trigger, and then boop, boop, trigger the other thing. So I'll just sit here and, whoops, you can see the thing working. So it dies, boop, boop, we have a new wither. There you go. So that is super simple. And I think it should be well enough in our range to do. We're gonna need phantom placers, which require phantom faces, which require empowered diamantine crystals, which require us to get the empower and do the whole empowered thing. And we also need to go find malachite, which I believe you can find in swamp biomes. So we're just gonna use the compass that we have, the nature's compass, to go find a swamp. We're gonna hunt for some malachite, and then we can just mine it up. And that should get us started on the empowering, because we can also empower the full diamantine block as well, so that saves us on time. And the diamantine blocks is just blocks of diamonds in an atomic reconstructor. So that, I think, is an achievable thing for us to do. A swamp wasn't too difficult to find, and we now have 4 blocks of malachite here and 10 malachite in here. The 4 blocks I'm going to save for malachite seeds, which we can make in the Starlight crafting altar, but we did unlock this guy, actual additions gates. So we can get 2 iron casings, 2 advanced machine casings, or 2 heavy engineering block. I think we'll take the advanced machine casings because those are more difficult to make, and we're going to use them in the future. But we have the iron casings. They're not too difficult to make. I was making the empowerer next, for which we needed 2 iron casings, and we also need the display stands, for which we're going to need a bunch of these, which I think I have. And then we need just the quartz, which we can grab here. And I believe we need 15 blocks of regular quartz and 15 blocks of chisel quartz. So we can take our chisel and we can make chiseled quartz. There we go. And then we toss chiseled here, that there, oh, that one too. There we go. We get the right amount of the aesthetic blocks, and then we can make ourselves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 display stands. And one of those with this double battery should turn into the empowerer. Awesome. Okay, so I need this to have wireless power, and I need to set it up somewhere. For the moment, we're just gonna open up this a little bit because we don't really need more space for machines here. So we're just gonna do this. We're gonna put the empowerer right here, and then we need 2 blocks gap in between each of these, like so. And we should have some links left on these. So let's just check with our crystal binder thingy. There we go. So if we do 1, 2, 3, and 4, we're at the limit. So we'll try this one. Do you have? Yeah, okay, sweet. So that's giving us power to all of these to all of these display stands. And now I need to gather the materials needed to make the empowered diamantine. So that's going to be manulin, mana diamond, zirconium, and malachite. I have everything ready for us to make empowered diamantine. So that is going to allow us to make phantom faces and turn those phantom faces with some crafting into phantom placers, which just require this recipe. So I'll craft the amount that I need. I need 7 total. So I think I'll need a couple of empowered diamantine blocks, maybe 3 or 4, I think. But what we can do is this, I believe, and that will speedy this whole thing up a little bit. So I'm going to craft a bunch, craft the placers, and get ready to start building the wither thingy-mabob. I've made a hole down to bedrock, so we can just drop down, and we get to our wither killing area place. So over here, we have the 4 phantom placers that are going to place the soul sand, and then we have the 3 that are going to place the wither skeleton skull. And I want to show you how you set all of these up. So by default, these guys are set to place on the upside, and it's kind of nice to just use that. And what you can do is just do a phantom placer, click on this, and then click on there. And then if we post this, we should get a soul sand right there. And then you take that soul sand, you connect it to this guy, and then we can place it like that. And these two guys, we're just gonna connect to these two blocks. So we're gonna say you are gonna be you, it really doesn't matter, and you are gonna be you. So now if we break all of this, and then we click it, we get a wither position thing, okay? So for the heads, we're gonna have to just test with zombie heads or something, just so we don't cause any issues just right now, or spawn in withers that are gonna blow everything up here. So by default, these are set to up, as I said. You're gonna set all of these to down, and then we can connect this block to the middle one. This block is gonna be the left one, and this block is gonna be the right one. There we go. So we can then click. Actually, so first of all, these should all be in pulse mode. They were in deactivation by the beginning. So what we need to do is we need to bind them to these three blocks. So I just did a shift right click and right click on all of those like that. And they need to be set on down. I remember that correctly. And then we get a placing of 3 skulls. I have the redstone in place, and let's see if this is gonna work. Okay, I might have put the wrong, yep, those are wrong. So you need to be here, and you need to be here. And flipped around. So this guy's on the channel 2, which is gonna get the signal first. And then we need the channel of the other one to get the signal second. So if we push, boop, boop, we get a wither, lovely. So that is working fine. So this piston is gonna be controlled by another wireless receiver or transmitter that's going to be just hidden here in the back, I think. And we could even put the piston somewhere here up top and have it controlled that way. That could also be a thing, but I think for the moment it's fine. Actually, I have an even better idea for these redstone things. We have the interfaces, right? Interface. We have these guys, the basic redstone interfaces. So we can do a couple of these. So those, I think, are linked up specifically to blocks. So if we do this, and then we grab a redstone tool, and we can link up this guy to here, and we can link up this guy to here, right? So do we get the same result if I push this button? Boop. Sweet. Okay, that's even better than the redstone receiver and transmitter thingo. It looks better, I think. And what we can do with the piston, so the block is gonna have to be pushed down. So we're gonna put it right here, and then we need to put the piston right here. So that's gonna push the block down and pull it back up. And we need another interface to control this, or a... You know what we can do? We can put a redstone interface. I have ideas. So we'll put a redstone interface back here so it's kind of visible. And we're gonna link this guy to this piston. And then we're gonna have a wireless receiver, these redstone receiver, right here in the back. So, whoops, right here. And we're gonna put the interface back. Boom, boom. And then we can flip this guy around, like so. So that's the channel 1, and we need the channel 1 right here. So for example, we can grab a lever, and this is gonna detect, let's say we have 1,000 nether stars in the system. Boop, turn on. Actually, we have less than 1,000 nether stars. It's gonna be like this, and then we don't have enough nether stars. Boop, turn off. And that should be pretty cool. Sweet, okay. That is working very nicely. So the redstone portion of this is kind of complete. And the next thing that we need is to add in the killing mechanism, which I believe I can either hide here in the floor, but that would be highly difficult and it would require us to have all of the power and all of the conduits in different spots. So I think we'll just put it back here. We'll just put the crusher either here or in the middle. And we're gonna set that up next. So this is all we need for the killing mechanism. We have the Mob Crusher here with a range add-on of +2, the same we used in the test world, and it's going to cover this area, which should kill the Wither. Covering the bottom block isn't really necessary, so that is good. We also have an energy upgrade and both of the speed upgrades as well to make it a bit faster. This is just the power cell providing us power with a energy conduit. Then we have an item and a fluid conduit here. So this ender chest, which is on the gray channel, it's gonna get all of the items that are produced by the Wither, and we're gonna toss those into the drawer system up top. And this ender tank is on the green channel, and this is gonna have our mob essence. So this is gonna produce, I think, 1,000 millibuckets of essence every Wither kill. So might as well save it, because why not? And then we can just cover this up. We're not really going to have much access to this, but I believe we can do a number like this and zerp to the back and zerp out. So while the Withers are spawning, I will try not to go back there. I don't think we're going to need to sort anything out, but I think we should be good by just covering all of this up. That is covered with Wither glass. That is covered with that. And we can try a test. So let's grab the zombie heads out of here. And then we're going to grab ourselves some Wither skulls. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to toss them in here. Like so. And I want to just put in the 2 buttons just so we can do a manual test. So we're going to put the soul sand down, that down. And we're going to see if the Wither blows stuff up. What do I have in here? Let's just grab this and grab this. He might blow off some stuff like this, so let's just grab that for the moment. But looks like it's okay. It killed the things, and apparently because I'm here, my magnet is collecting things instead of the crusher, which he should have collected stuff. But I think he will if my magnet doesn't do its job too well. So we can toss that in there, and let's do another test just so we can see the stuff being collected. So that I think should be good. And then we just need to hook up that wireless receiver to a level emitter up top to get a full signal for the amount of nether stars. Oh, he's not going to pick up the stuff because it's dropped on the floor. And it's not in its range. Okay, that is okay. So this is what we need on the filter, and we're going to toss that in here, and that should reach over there. It's on radius 5. I think we should be fine. So let's just increase the radius. I think it's 6 max anyway, so that's fine. We can even test with this, so we can just toss stuff in here. Yeah, it's being collected, so all of that should be good. And we don't even, well, we'll leave the conduit just in case this guy does collect something for some reason, and then it's going to get transferred. So that is the item collection also sorted. So we can close all of this off and conduct another test. Boom, boom. And that should be all that we need, I hope. Except for the sulfur. All right, let me add that to the filter as well. I think this is going to have to be it for today. We did quite a bit of progress, and we're going to come back in the next episode and finish off this whole Wither killing project and get everything hooked up to the applied logistics system and get everything fully automated and up and running. So with that, I want to thank you all so much for watching. I'm hoping you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, make sure to hit the like button. You can also subscribe to see new videos. You can support me on Patreon as well if you want. And I will see you all in the next episode. Have a great one. Bye-bye.